Alright, Trekkers and Trekkers, time for the penultimate episode review of the day with the Ensigns of Command. The Federation starship Enterprise, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, receives an automated message for the enigmatic Shiliak. Remove the humans on the planet Tau Cygni 5 in 4 days. The Shiliak are a non-humanoid species with little regard for human life and would exterminate any humans found in their path. That kind of sounds like a certain evil species from a certain British sci-fi show. Their message is only due to their obligation under a treaty with the Federation to notify their intention to colonize before taking further action. There is no record of a Federation colony ship being sent there, as it contains levels of hyperonic radiation lethal to humans, which does explain why the Shiliak indicate otherwise. The Enterprise arrives in the system to find what looks to be a small colony on the surface. The android's second officer, Lieutenant Commander Data, takes a shuttlecraft to the planet to coordinate the evacuation and sees the only crew member unaffected by the radiation. Once he arrives, he finds that the sensor readings are incorrect. He is informed by local greeters Heritath and Kentor that is a colony of 15,253 people, the descendants of the wayward colony ship Artemis launched 92 years prior. The colonists' ancestors found a means to survive within the radiation, but initially suffered heavy loss of life before an effective defense was found. Although it would normally be a simple matter of beaming the colonists off the planet, hyperonic radiation renders the transporters useless. Well, that's not good. Because of this, a complete evacuation of the planet would take an estimated 3 weeks, and the Shiliak are not willing to give the Federation any extra time beyond 3 days required by the treaty. After explaining the situation and being rebuffed by the colony's leader, Goshevin, Data is befriended by a sympathetic colonist named Ardrian. She expresses interest in Data as an android and invites Data to her home, where they discuss ways to persuade the colonists to evacuate. Ardrian kisses Data. When Data explains to the colonists that they should evacuate their world before its imminent destruction, Goshevin, speaking for the colonists, refuses to leave, insisting they will protect themselves by fighting. Yeah, good luck with that. With time running out, Picard and the Enterprise crew began pouring through the 500,000-word treaty in the hopes of finding something they can use to their advantage. Data reasons that if persuasion cannot work, then intimidation through a show of force should be his next option. Modifying his phaser to work in the hyperonic atmosphere, he raised the colonists' aqueduct to prove they are helpless to defend their livelihood. When Data easily overpowers the colonists guarding the aqueduct, he points out that if they can't defend against a single person with a phaser, then they aren't capable of fighting the Shiliak, who will likely destroy them via orbital bombardment. Data then damages the aqueduct system that is vital to the colony's survival, convincing the colonists to evacuate the world. Goshevin reluctantly relents. Good. Back on the Enterprise, Picard exploits a loophole in the treaty. He invokes a section calling for a third-party arbitration to dissolve the disputes and names as arbitrators the Grizillas, a species that is in its hibernation cycle for another 6 months. Picard offers the Shiliak a choice: wait 6 months for the Grizillas to come out of hibernation, or give the Federation 3 weeks to evacuate the colony. Stunned at being outmaneuvered into this choice, the Shiliak give the Federation the 3 weeks. Whew! Just as Data is about to leave the colony in a shuttle, Ardrian comes to say goodbye. She asks Data if he has any feeling over what has just happened, and Data says no. And then kisses Ardrian. Aside from the kiss, she leaves Ardrian in some cold matter and returns to the Enterprise. Well, again, this was before Data got his motion chip installed. Of course, again, that was in Generations. Aboard the Enterprise, Picard comments on Data's performance at a classical concert before his mission with the human colonists. Picard tells Data he performed with feeling, and Data reminds Picard that he has no feeling. Picard says that this is hard to believe, noting his fusion of 2 very different music styles in his performance suggests real creativity. And that, at that, and an obvious reflection of his recent solution of the colony problem, Data could see that he's become more creative when necessary. That's kind of a good thing, I guess. So anyway, let's look at some episode notes here. During the episode, Captain Picard is reading the treaty text looking for the loophole he eventually uses to end the dispute. The highlight text on the Lucar's panel at the moment of this discovery reads, "We can do search and replace. Come to think about it, that's what the Sheliak want to do with a colony on the planet. This section deals with the right of each party to confer with the other in the event something screwy happens with the treaty. This may take the form of normal EM spectrum communication, subspace EM communication, face-to-face meetings, telephone tag, messages in bottles, or any other watertight form of enclosure, gossip, half-truths, outright lies, or face-to-face meetings. Interruption of treaty compliance shall not exceed 1 times 10E0 standard UFP solar years, except during the month of July. See technical A40589 724A-C 58945 for code inputs. Picard's updates on treaty compliance interruptions shall take place at each starbase layover or when commanded by ranking UFP or other designated body officials at Starfleet Headquarters, 24-593 Federation Drive, San Francisco, California, Earth, Sol Sector. Requests for assistance may be placed by transmission to Standard Starfleet Booster Station for channeling to UFP Treaty Office, Sol Sector." Whew, man, that was a lot to get through. So overall, I think this is a pretty good episode, and, well, the whole stuff with Data and the colonists is good too. So overall, I give the Ensigns of Command 3 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me soon for the final episode review of the day with the Survivors. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.